it's been a tough time to be a woman for like the last 1,000 years on this planet. And these 2 last years, I feel especially we've had such good focus, on what we can improve in our society, in the way we, behave and the way also we think that, we deserve, and what we know and should know that we deserve. So it's a good time, for women, but it's about many things. It's also more than about feminism. It's about, everything that's alive, about animals and the planet, which I love, and about, gay pride, and it's about everything that needs to be seen. It's meant to be just a celebration of us and how different we are, but also equal, just everything that's alive. Mm-hmm. In 2016 and 17, I met many of my listeners, and I realized how many of us that have experienced a bit of the same things as I have, outsiders, a bit of strange, that Queendom to be this safe place. I'm a woman, mm-hmm. So it's everything that happens against women all over the world, I kind of take personally, because it's sad. But also, Queendom, it's very important for me that everyone knows that it's, it's not only for women. It's a title to my world. If I was to rule a universe, I don't really think it really reaches us the same way. I don't think we like being told, like, you need to care more about this, as an above and down. We need to be better at this and that, and to care more. And that happens all the time to us. Though we get to, read about things we're not doing enough for. So it's just nice to kind of say it, to care about things in a fun way, where we kind of focus on the things that we can love, instead of... I don't like dividing people. We are very similar. Yeah. But it has kind of made a clear division in my fans also, and also in the, difference between my fans and also the rest of the world. And I think sometimes people don't understand me that well, or understand the music, or the hands and why, what. It's very nice to challenge people a bit more. I've always said a lot of things in my music, but now I'm being a bit more direct, so it's easier to get like a first impression. If you listen and you'll know and you'll see into it, you'll know that it's about much more than what it seems with the first meeting. They find more, they find many different things and beauty. And you see the other people that I think are a bit more lazy, that doesn't really dive into music. They just see the first top layer. But that's also, we need both. I've had kind of 50-50 mixed kind of people who said, oh, feminism, you're a left side puppet or whatever. They, like, oh, that's my best impression of them.
It's pretty spot on, to be honest with you, Aurora.
But it's I like that it's challenging people a bit more. Mm-hmm. It's boring if everyone loves it. And I love you guys who love it. That's brilliant.
Well, I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about connecting with the people who need to feel that way. Because, I mean, you mentioned the opening line of the song. It's about the underdogs and the quiet ones.
Yeah, the introverts. You know, I'm an introvert. Uh-huh. And the world is not created for introverts. Because when people are really external and out there, people say, oh, I like that guy. He's really out there. Yeah. And then they say, but she's a bit strange. She was quiet the whole time.
Some people go through struggles.
I know.
For feeling like an outsider.
I know. And I've been an outsider all my life. I've always been a bit strange, and people say it kind of sometimes in a good way, sometimes cloaked in humor, and sometimes not at all. Yeah. And, it's hard if you don't have any safe place where it's allowed. And I just want Queendom to kind of be that. I've traveled around the world, and it really, it made an impact on me how my fans, the same thing goes again and again in all the different places, from Norway to South America, that people, I see that it's full of strange people there and introverts and, weird, we all have this in common, I feel, like many of us.
Do people misunderstand your music and you as an artist because you might, for some people, seem a little bit strange?
I think some people misunderstand, absolutely. But then I know my music is also available. It is also a bit clear because it's very, it's not too out there. I know my words sometimes can be interpreted in many ways. I like it mysterious. Yeah. And even with Queendom, the lyrics are very direct. But, it means 1,000 things, every word, if you're willing enough to kind of dive into it. Because Queendom wasn't supposed to be, this beautiful place or this palace or castle or this forest. It wasn't. It's not a place. It's a state of mind, and it's about how people's attitude against other people is, and that's what Queendom is, and that was why it was important for me that it was in a kind of ugly, old place, but still beautiful. But it was very important that it was a bit more about the people in this one.
Den ble spilt inn i Bergen. Ja. Og den tok faktisk ganske lang tid til å ta form. Jeg gikk mye tilbake inn i den og skrev om. Det begynte jo på en måte med Queendom, som på en måte, jeg tror folk, jeg tenker umiddelbart at det ganske feministisk. Og det det jo, for det jo på en måte, det handler om alt som har blitt undertrykt, og som fortsatt blir undertrykt i dag. Dyr og barn og introverte folk, og bare alle som ikke helt blir hørt, og hva heter det? Det du gjør med øynene, og sett. Hørt og sett. Og det budskapet, det ble mye mer omfattende for hver dag. Og det var veldig fint.
When the whole term Queendom began was when I was with a few of my friends. They're all English. We had a beer, I think. And we were by the ocean in the studio. And we talked about, the world today and how there are so much. Of course, all of us would like to change if it was our world, if we were some kind of god in a different universe, and how would that be? And the term Queendom came up because we don't hear that a lot. This is a song that began with a title, and we began writing it that day. I just wrote about all the things I would change, and I'm passionate about, which is especially introverts and underdogs and the people that are not getting the respect they deserve, and the ones that doesn't get heard because they're looked upon as weaker as the people that kind of speaks louder. So that's the basic inspiration behind Queendom, and I finished it a few months later with my drummer. I think that's when the meaning changed, because that's when I understood that I wanted it to be about all of us misunderstood people. I've been misunderstood a lot. They don't understand that you love a person in the same gender, if they don't understand why you're quiet, if they don't understand why you're sensitive or a little bit strange, then we can gather in this world, in this place, and be outcasts together in my Queendom. The video of Queendom was filmed in Prague, in a very cold house, with some beautiful dancers, and a few of them I still carry with me on tour. I used to be a dancer when I was 6 to 16, so I danced for 10 years. It helped me a lot through, being on the stage and stuff like that. And I really wanted to dance a bit more in this video because it's such a beautiful, expressive thing. There's nothing more beautiful than dancing, I think. I just wanted it to be really beautiful, really peaceful. I wanted to have these people with me. I wanted to kiss a woman. I wanted them all to kind of touch all the choreography. We are touching each other because it's a way of saying that we are always connected. We are kind of one organism with many souls. which is also one of the messages behind the song. I couldn't walk the day after because I danced so much. It was the first music video I managed to have a drink after. I didn't die. I had a drink and then I died.
You know the call. That call I wrote when I was around really young. It's really old. It's been in my head since I was around like 6. And it started as a piano piece and it ended up on one of my singles because I've had that call with me all my life, but I knew that it was meant for something like an anthem for something that I cared about, something I wanted the world to hear. Queendom was written, I understood that this is obviously the song where the nature call is needed because that's an anthem for love and for the underdogs, which the world seems to forget about completely, the shy people and the underdogs. And through history, women, for example, whoever isn't really being heard in the world. It's an important song for me because I really believe in the underdogs. I believe in the quiet people as much as the loud people. The world isn't really made for the shy people. It's not really listening to the people that needs a little push before they manage to get the words out.
Just because I cannot stand not doing it just today because I'm so filled with, you know, everything that's going on. So I guess this is for all of us always, but slightly especially for the women in this room and for in the whole of, I guess, the United States of America right now, and the right for us to own our bodies and do exactly what we want with our bodies, because our bodies are ours. Our bodies is ours, and they are ours and not theirs, and it's very important. So here we have Queendom.
This song is about self-love. We should love ourselves just the way we are.